Hello, all you Twig stove cooking fans. I am the Walking Warrior, and today I am going to cook up a lovely couple of rolls for a nice late afternoon snack, because I am very hungry. So, as you can see, I've got some brown rolls, I've got a bit of tomato, some lettuce, chicken, and a nice pack of bacon. So, I'm going to do a bit of a chicken BLT. Nice little afternoon snack, and then I might go to the tent and have a little snooze because I've been walking miles today. So let's fire this stove up. Will she go up first time or is it going to be a nightmare? It is a little bit windy today, so hopefully I have loaded it up. There's a bit of tissue paper in there as well, which really helps get these stoves going. Should go because the twigs are nice and dry. I collected them all the other day and filled a carrier bag up, and that's a good idea because then if it rains, you got a nice stock of dry twigs. Because otherwise, if you just pick them up as you go and then you get a bit of overnight drizzle or something like that, then all your twigs are wet. So I normally get a bag of twigs, put them in a carrier bag, and then put them in the tent out of the way, and then you know they're staying nice and dry, because there is nothing worse than having a twig stove with you and all the twigs you find are wet. That is just horrible. I've been there before. Years ago once, all the food I had needed cooking. I had like loads of noodles with me and some military ration packs. So all the food I had with me was like dehydrated food because I was trying to travel as light as possible. I was walking miles, so I thought, right, take all the dry food because you can always boil water and clean it up, find water. So I had all the dry food and I only had a twig stove with me. I was out in the middle of nowhere and it absolutely lashed it down and I only had a twig stove with me. So I was just stuffed. I couldn't really make nothing to eat. So now I've learned, and it's a good bit of advice this, if you go somewhere and you're going light and the only thing you're taking is a twig stove, be prepared for the day you might get rain and have no twigs. That is why I always bring a bit of tomato or a bit of cheese, rolls, things like that. And then if you can't cook, at least you can have cheese and tomato rolls, or you can have like something cold to eat. So you chop up the lettuce here, and as you can see today, I am using the upside down frying pan trick as a chopping board. So I can only do this until I actually put the frying pan on the Onetigris. And then if I forgot to chop anything, I am back to my teeny tiny little tin chopping board. But the frying pan trick is a good one. Makes a nice chopping board, this frying pan. It's good. So if I remember, I'll chop everything up first before I get the frying pan going. And then, yeah, happy days. It's all chopped nice. So, yeah, bit of tomato. I like a bit of tomato in a roll. Very tasty and good for you. Very healthy. And I only like to carry the old tomatoes. They're nice and they last a while and all. So you bring tomatoes, they stay good for a few days, well, quite a while. A tomato will last, because I don't bring cool box and all that. I know I've got a packet of bacon with me, but I'll have to eat that today and tomorrow. But I have got a little trick for you that helps keep your food fresh if you can't be bothered like me to carry the cool box. I always bring a bottle. Normally, I bring like a milk carton, you know, like the 6 pinters. Once you drunk all the milk, you can flatten one of them down and roll it up, chuck it in your bag, and then when you're wherever you want to go, get it out, and like round here, there's a tap not far from here. The water that comes out of it is always freezing. So I will fill that bottle up with cold water, put it in my rucksack, and then put all my food round it, zip the old rucksack up, and then put it in the shade and like put a jacket over it or some clothes over it or whatever just to help insulate it. And it does work. If you change that bottle of water a few times now and again when it warms up a little bit, keep putting cold water in it, it will make your food last a lot longer. Trust me, it does work. It's worth a try. It's a good little trick, that. So let's get this lovely pack of bacon open. Smoked bacon. It'll be more smoked once the Onetigris has added some flavour to it. Because it will. These Twig stoves always make the food taste lovely and give it that smoky flavour. You don't get that on the old trangy or the gas cooker. And I can only fit 3 rashers of bacon on this frying pan. So I'll have 1.5 rashers in each delicious roll. And as you can see, I haven't done what everyone says to do. I'll wait for your coals. Burn your wood down, get your coals before you start cooking. Yeah, that is right. If you was putting a pot on, I wouldn't put a pot over flames like this. Same as if you have got like the thin frying pan. I would not put it over flames like this, because it'll end up getting a hole burnt in it. But this frying pan is cast aluminium. Look how thick it is. This frying pan can take the flames. That's why I like this pan. You can just fire up your Twig stove and instantly start cooking if you've got a nice frying pan like this. I have got a big cast iron one that's absolutely lovely that I use at home. If I was cooking out in the garden with a Twig stove, I'd use my big cast iron one because that's lovely. But it's a bit heavy to carry, so I've got this one. And I always use this one on flames like this. Instantly fire the stove up, put this pan on. I've had this pan years and it has never had any damage done to it whatsoever. It really is a good frying pan, this one. I think I got it from a boot fair years ago. I can't really remember. I didn't buy it, no. I got it from somewhere. Boat fair or charity shop or something like that. I come across this pan and it was much better than the other ones I had at the time, so I've used it ever since. I like this frying pan, it's a good one. Load some more twigs in the Onetigris, because it does go through twigs, this thing. It does burn through them quick. You have got to keep loading this Onetigris, because you can't dampen it down. There's no way of stopping all the air getting in it. So all that air is a good thing for keeping it going, but a bad thing for how quick it goes through the twigs. But as long as you got a load of twigs, it's alright. And that's another tip. If you are cooking with a Twig stove, always get a load of twigs ready, because there is nothing worse than getting halfway through your cooking, the fire burns through all your twigs and you got to go and collect some. And then when you come back, all the food's gone cold. You got to relight the stove. Oh, and I've told Onetigris about that. Look at him, he's back on them cigars. I've told him he needs to sort it out and pack them up. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, make sure you've got enough wood before you light the burner, because running out of twigs halfway through cooking is an absolute nightmare. So you do end up finding, if you use one of these Twig stoves, you would end up like me. Like today, I've been out for a right long walk today, wandering about, but I've still gathered up twigs. I can't help myself. I find some and you think, oh, they're lovely and dry. That's been dead for ages. That'll burn really well. So you kind of learn what are good twigs and what are not so good twigs. And if a twig feels really light, then it is a good twig for the old twig burner, because they've been like a dead bit of wood and it's been dead for ages, so that'll be a good bit that'll light easy. So I always end up, I can't help myself, I'm always collecting twigs, because it's amazing, if you're away for a few days, it's amazing how many twigs you will get through if you've got an half-decent sized little twig burner. You will get through a lot. If you are doing all your cooking and making coffee on it and that, you will get through a lot of twigs. So be prepared and collect them twigs. And it will become like a habit. If you buy yourself a twig stove, once you've used it a few times and you've had it out and going and that, You'll just get in the habit of collecting twigs and you'll get right into it. It is the best stove, a twig stove. Once you get in the hang of them, like some people don't like them. I've got friends and they just have the little gas burners and all that, which I have got, and they are easy, but you got to buy the gas and you got to do it, where it sort of takes the fun out of it. I like these twig stoves because I like all the palaver that goes with them. So if you bought yourself a twig stove, I think you either love them and then you won't bother with nothing else, or you'll hate them and then you'll just get a gas one and never bother with a twig stove again. Because in my experience, they are the sort of people I come across. They either twig stoves all the way and don't really use nothing else, or there is the gas stove people. There is some that love the trangie. I like the trangie. It's good cooking with the trangie. But once you've had a bottle of spirit leak in your bag, it puts you off the transie a little bit. So as you can see, I've got some nice bits of chicken, sliced up, ready to go, put in my rolls. Tasty chicken, lovely. Corn, I am really hungry now. I can smell that bacon going. It smells absolutely lovely and I am starving. So the plan is for tonight, I'm going to eat this, then have a packet of crisps and a beer, and then go and have a little snooze in the tent for a few hours, and then set me alarm and get up later and wander up to the pub for about like 10 o'clock, something like that, get in there for an hour. Because I bumped into a fella I know today in the village, and he said he'd meet me up there tonight about 10 o'clock, so I shall wander up the pub, only for an hour, have a couple of pints of the delicious amber nectar, and then wander back to my lovely tent and go back to sleep. So that is the plan for tonight. So that sounds like a good plan. So I'm looking forward to my rolls and looking forward to a nice little sleep, because I have walked a long way today and I feel a bit tired. So I like just having a little snooze in the tent. It's lovely. Couple of hours in the old sleeping bag. Happy days. So yeah, it's a bit windy. It's blowing all my lettuce everywhere. Look tasty though, my rolls. Very tasty. Get some bacon in there. These would be absolutely lovely. And that's another little trick. You don't need all them pots. Just use your cup to store your bits. Chop them up, throw them in your cup. And just wash your cup out before you use it. So it saves carrying another pot to put all your bits in. Multi-purpose cup. Use it for a pot and use it as your cup. Then you're only carrying one thing. Bacon looks done. Look at that. I do like it a little bit well done, the bacon. Some people are probably looking at that thinking, oh, he's burnt it. But it's not. I like it a little bit well done, my bacon. I don't like it when it's just pink. I'll chop it up so it's easy to get in the rolls. Cook it a bit more. Fry the fat up a little bit more so it goes nice and crispy. Lovely. So yeah, it's a good frying pan, this. I abuse it. I shouldn't be cutting on it with my knife. If it was like a non-stick pan, I wouldn't be doing this. But it ain't. It's just a right old cast pan. And it is quite indestructible, this pan. I've had it years. I'm quite attached to this old pan. I won't buy another one to go out on my ventures with, because I like this one. I think if I take a different one, it's not the same. I have to have this pan. It is part of my kit, especially for the twig stove. So that's about done now, my bacon. Lovely, all chopped up, ready to go in the rolls. Smells really nice. Shame you can't smell it. I bet you lot at home are hungry now watching this. So let's put it in the old rolls. Finish off. Nice. Chicken, lettuce, tomato. BLT. Chicken BLT. Or should we call it a chicken Onetigris? Cooked on the old Onetigris titanium twig stove. With free fuel that I found on the ground as I was wandering around. So that's what you can't beat about a Twig stove. Free fuel forever. That is the best thing about them. Can always find fuel, and the fuel is always free. Yeah, so they look nice, my rolls. Bit of mayo. Wouldn't be a BLT without the old mayo. Nice, load of mayo in there. Happy days, they look really tasty, and I am really, really hungry. So they will be absolutely delicious, I reckon. Nice, you should try them at home. Good one to do at home. Chicken Tigris. Put the lids on, give them a little squash down so it don't all fall out. Lovely, look at that. They look absolutely lovely. Tasty Tigris BLTs. Yum, yum, very tasty. Right, I'm going to tuck into them now, so that is about it from me. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you can join me again and see what else I am cooking or where I am going. But right now I am eating these and going to bed. So let's go to the tent for a cheeky cat nap.